Oh man, so Chris Rock has finally responded to the slap heard around the world from Will Smith at the Oscars, and after hearing the entire bit, I'm not mad at the energy that Chris Rock came with. Now, as he stated and as I was already thinking, of course Chris Rock little ass can't fight Will Smith, so he had to bring the battle to his own sport. So pretty much everything he said was fair game in my opinion, because see, Will, he already got the first lick, so he just gotta eat that shit. Now, you can't expect a grown man to not respond. A lot of people would have preferred for him to respond by throwing hands back on that stage, but like I'm telling y'all, that's a losing battle. On some, well, at least Chris fought back. No, the slap was bad enough. Had they fought, we would have seen Will Smith pummeling that man like he was John Jones at UFC 214 or some shit, man. But yeah, though, you can't expect a grown man to not respond in some type of way, though. Like, well, I know you wanted to do your little apology and for Chris to come out and just accept it, and it was going to be a kumbaya from that point, but no. Your apology couldn't have been accepted before he had the chance to return the embarrassment publicly. He got to be able to embarrass you equally publicly, because that little joke, that little lame ass joke, it wasn't good enough. I know your wife has alopecia, but that G.I. Jane joke was lame as hell. So he had to get one good off on you, and he got a lot off on that special. Some people may say they were very, very disrespectful, but I honestly don't know what the hell y'all expected after a man got a taste slapped out his mouth on national TV. But also, Chris gave off that energy that he was sincerely hurt by being made the scapegoat of Will Smith's frustrations, and it seemed as if he was simply caught up in a sport of entertainment and expected Will and Jada to just play ball. But Will obviously wasn't rocking with the man. My only gripe with Chris Rock has zero to do with his feud with Will, and it all points towards a mentality that I'm just tired of, and I just can't get behind anymore. If I was behind it before, I can't get behind it anymore. But by the way, this is a spoiler alert, but for me personally, all things were flowing smoothly until his very last line. Chris Rock made the point that he didn't retaliate towards Will Smith because he was raised by his parents and his mom told him, don't fight in front of white people. And then he dropped the mic on that line and walked off the stage, and the black audience in Baltimore gave him a standing ovation and claps, everyone just roaring. And I'm just sitting here like, nigga, you said what? That's the line you want to go with? So after hearing that, I'm sorry, but my first thought was so we can't fight in front of white people, but they could say nigga in front of you.
The negative things we think about black people, this fucker.
You're saying I'm a nigger?
Yes, you are the niggerest fucking white man I have ever.
Amazing. I don't think he could do that.
Interesting. Now this perspective is a problem for me. And it reminds me of men who are physically weak or not that masculine in black society, which has a lot of flaws. Admittedly, the black society has a lot of flaws. But these people were weak or not that masculine, and they were constantly reminded of this growing up. So they became better financially and entered white America and adopted the same tactics to impose their will on their old black brothers whom they feared before. So does Chris Rock feel protected in white settings to cross boundaries that he wouldn't amongst black folks? Because you know, stories come up a lot about how he was bullied back in the day, so I'm thinking about that type of stuff. But I mean, we all are a bit less tense in safer neighborhoods, so I can't blame him. But it's very interesting to hear his mind state, hear this mind state out loud. And I personally don't think the slap should have happened in front of any people at all. And don't just worry about not fighting in front of white people. It shouldn't have happened. It should not have happened at all. But the idea that we have to be on our best behavior for other folks and not for the simple sake of the betterment of ourselves, I can't get down with that stance. Even Arsenio Hall sat in front of these two white guys and said the same damn thing.
But I was told that during Emancipation, a white actor spit on Will. Okay, this is going around. I think it is true. Now, Will did not slap that white man because in this town, we can't slap white people. Everybody knows what happens if you slap a white person. You remember Scully Mitchell. We ain't seen him since he beat up the white man on the set. You can't slap white people.
What the hell is your problem, buddy?
Why are you sitting in front of these folks and clearly are showing them that you have more respect for them than the other brothers in the room with you, simply because of their skin color? boosting those guys up like they're clearly better than you. They're more important. I can only imagine what the conversation was like if those two white men drove home together. But listen. Black people deserve the same courtesy and the same respect. The same respect for yourselves, your fellow brothers. It doesn't matter who's in the room. You should respect your brother no matter what. All disagreement shouldn't lead to violence. And we've been having that too much, and it's been such a detrimental to us because of these emotional reactions to hard things. You know, sometimes things are hard to deal with, but these emotional reactions that leads to violence is our issue. And until we break this line of thinking where we have to be on our best behavior for everyone else, but when it comes to just us, we treat each other like whatever. It doesn't matter that much when you're in other black folks' presence, you know? We're gonna have the same results. But other than that, I believe Chris Rock's response to Will Smith is something that his fans should enjoy. It's the best possible response that Chris Rock could have towards a violent attack in regards to trying to match that energy, you feel me, in the way that he could. Because like I said, he would have got his ass whooped if he was trying to fight, like straight up. It wasn't going to work out that way. But Will Smith is saying that he's still remorseful after the slap, even after Chris Rock's unfiltered response. And you have to think about how much of that is the truth, being that Will Smith is known to put on a mask to hide his true self to stay in the good graces of Hollywood's elite. But that's my thoughts on the whole entire situation. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think in the comment section below. But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. It's your boy Stacy. Yo.